Welcome to Flow. Let's get started. Today we'll start off in a child's pose position. Bring your hands out long in front of you. You can separate your knees, bring your big toes together, and send your hips back towards your heels. Take these first few moments to bring your focus and awareness to your breathing. With every inhale, fill the space between your shoulder blades. Every exhale, allow your hips to sink a little heavier towards your heels. Take a few more big breaths here, feeling your belly rise and fall. And then slowly push yourself up to an all fours tabletop position. So your shoulders will come on top of your wrists, your hips will come over your knees. We'll take a few sets of cat and cow here. So on your inhale, arch through your spine, lift your chin, lift your gaze. And on your exhale, round through your spine and pull your chin to your chest. And continue to move through your cat and cow. You can have a soft little bend through your elbows and feel free to pepper in any additional movement that might feel good in your body today. Just taking this nice and gentle to start off with. And then bring yourself back to a neutral tabletop position and extend your right leg so it comes back long behind you. Pull your abdominals in, lift your right foot up off the ground, and slowly start to bring your right leg out to the right side. So you're gonna turn your toes so they point towards the front of your space, lower your right foot down, and then bring it all the way back. Now keep your right foot lifted and then do this again. So we circle all the way around, lower the foot, lift it up, and around to the back, hold. We're gonna take about 5 of these total. So out to the side, lower the foot, lift the foot, round to the back, and hold. Now, as you're doing this, obviously we're feeling a bit of activation into the right glute. I also want you to feel how your core is working for you here. Your hips are going to shift a little bit, that's okay, but do try to keep your hips as still as you possibly can. Find the control and strength that you need to find. Push down into both of your hands evenly. And then on your final set, keep your right leg out to the side. Hold for a moment. And then lower your right foot. You can flip your left toes and send your hips back towards your left heel. So you're gonna feel a bit of a right inner thigh opener here. This doesn't have to look like anything, but I do want you to feel some nice length into your right inner thigh and groin. Take a few big breaths, kind of like a child's pose, feeling that breath between your shoulder blades. Nice big breath in. Full big breath out. Bring yourself back up onto your hands and pull your right knee in. Back to tabletop. We'll take 3 sets of cat and cow here. And again, feel free to pepper in any additional movement that may feel good. But just to flush out between each side, just a little bit of movement through your spine, a little bit of freedom in your belly. And then bring yourself back to your neutral tabletop position, and we'll set up all of this on the second side. So extend your left leg so it comes back long behind you. Pull your abdominals in as you lift your left leg up off the ground. The left leg does not have to be super high here, only about to hip height. And now start to draw your left leg out to the left side. Tap your left foot down, lift your left foot and bring it back behind you and hold. Do this again, bring it out to the left side. Gently lower your left foot. Lift your left foot, bring it back behind you, and hold. We take this about 5 times total. Notice any differences you may feel from one side to the other. If you're really sagging into your right shoulder here, try to find a little more control there. Push into both of your hands evenly. And use your core. Your core is stabilizing, and your core should help so your hips don't move as much. Your hips will move a little. Now after your last one, keep your left leg out to the side, flip your right toes under and send your hips back so you're in this little child's pose position with your left leg extended. So this may feel like a nice little opening into your left inner thigh and groin. Just breathe into that space. Breathe into that length that you're creating all down your leg. Take a full big breath in and a full big breath out. Slowly bring yourself out of this, hands under shoulders, left knee meets right knee back to your tabletop position. Flip your toes under and find downward facing dog. Take a few moments of breath in your downward facing dog. We're gonna do a little sequence here just to build a little strength and heat in your body. Inhale, lift your right leg high, and step your right foot so it comes outside of your right hand. And then step your left foot so it comes outside of your left hand. So you're coming into an active squat. Bring your hips down low, bring your hands to your heart center, and then power down through your feet, stand all the way up, reach your arms up overhead, and then re-bend your knees back into your squat nice and low. Bring your hands down, step your right foot to plank, step your left foot to plank, and find downward facing dog. And we'll take all of that on the second side. Inhale, lift your left leg high, and step your left foot so it comes outside of your left hand. Step your right foot so it comes outside of your right hand. Active squat, hands to prayer. Push into your feet to stand all the way up, and then re-bend your knees back into your squat. Bring your hands down, step your left foot back, step your right foot back, high plank position, and push your hips to downward facing dog. We'll take that a little bit quicker. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Stand yourself all the way up. Bend your knees into your squat, hands down, right foot back, downward facing dog. Left side, lift your left leg. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Step your right foot outside of your right hand, stand all the way up, and squat your hips down, hands down, left foot back, downward facing dog. One more time each side. Inhale, lift the right leg. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Step your left foot outside. Power down through your feet, stand up. Rebend your knees, hands down, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Step your right foot outside of your right hand, active squat. Push down to stand, re-bend, hands down, left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a few moments of breath in your downward facing dog, and then walk your feet up towards your fingers so you're coming into a forward fold. Soften your knees and slowly roll yourself up to stand. We're gonna come into a series of inner thigh strengtheners and stretches. Start off with your feet touching each other. You can bring your hands to your hips, or you can bring your hands to heart center. And then step way out to the right in a big lateral lunge. And bring yourself back into the center, and then switch. Step way out to the left, and then step back in. We're gonna take 3 times each side. So, trying to get yourself to go a little bit further each time, and really feeling both of your feet almost like suction cup into the ground. One more time to the right, and then one more time to the left. We're gonna build onto this, adding a little more of a stretching element. Rebend into your right knee. Bring your left hand down to the mat, reach your right arm up. Bring your hands to prayer and step your right foot in. Switch, step your left foot out. Bring your right hand down, your left arm up. Hands to prayer, come in. 2 more times each side. Step onto the right foot, left arm down, right arm up. Hands to prayer, and step your right foot in. We switch this up, step your left foot out, right arm down, left arm up, hands to prayer, and step back in. 1 more time each side, step all the way to the right, left arm down, right arm up, hands to prayer, step it in. Last one, step your left foot far out, right hand down, left arm up, hands to prayer, and come in. Moving on from here, come back into your lateral lunge on the right side, and then shift all of your weight to your right leg. Try to lift your left leg for a second, and then step back into center. Over to the left, lift your right leg for just a second, right leg down, foot back in, and swap. Over to the right, lift your left foot for just a moment, left foot down, right foot to left foot to your lateral lunge, shift your weight, find your balance, right foot down, left foot in. 1 more time each side. Right foot down, left foot lifts, back to center, and then out to the side, right leg lifts, finding a bit of glute strength, and back to center. Now for our next exercise, bring your feet together, and then slide your right foot out into a lateral lunge, and then slide your right foot back in. We're gonna stay on the same side, slide the right foot out, and slide the right foot in. Now, if you're able to be on a hardwood floor and wear a pair of socks, that would be really beneficial. However, even just being on a mat, you can still make this work. But just try to keep this really controlled. Bend through your left knee. and bring it back in. We'll take this about 5 times total. And think of staying really long through your spine, long through your neck. Now after your 5th one, extend your arms out and then lift your right toes about 5 times. So you're staying with the bend of your left knee. Lots of control there. Keep your abdominals engaged. Reach through your fingertips. After your 5th one, bring your hands to your hips and stand up. Take a moment to kind of jog that out, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. So bend into your right knee, slide your left foot out, and then slide your foot back in and bring yourself up to stand. We take about 5 of these total. Think of your left foot going straight out to this side. So notice if it's going slightly behind you, really try to bring it right alongside, and then with control, bring the leg back in. So that right knee is just bending. Try to get yourself into a nice deep lunge position. Now for this set, stay low in your lunge and start to lift and lower your left foot. Extend your fingertips long in front of you and try to keep your core engaged. And even if you're only able to get your toes like a few millimeters up off the ground, it's fine. Just try to find just a moment of balance. After your 5th, bring your hands back to your hips and slide your left foot back in. You can take a moment to jog that out. We're gonna meet in a wide 2nd position with your feet and release yourself over into your wide 2nd forward fold. And take a few moments here for yourself. You can shift your torso, your body from side to side. You can bend into your knees, shake your head yes, shake your head no. And then walk your hands over towards your right foot. Extend your right arm up to the ceiling and then bend your left knee. Really allow your heart space to open up and lean back. And then come out of this and walk your hands over to the left. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling and bend into your right knee. And really allow your heart space to almost lean back, really open up through the chest. Bring yourself back to center. Then walk your hands back over to the right. This time, take a nice deep bend into your right knee. So we're in a lateral low lunge position. Start to crawl your fingertips long in front of you. So as your fingers are reaching towards the front of the space, your hips should really be pulling towards the back of the space. You're getting a nice amount of traction into the spine, as well as a bit of an opening into your left inner thigh. And now straighten through your right knee. Walk your hands over towards your left. And bend into your left knee. Try to keep your right leg straight and reach your fingertips long in front of you. So your fingertips can pull in one direction and your hips will pull in the other direction. Breathe into your right inner thigh. Nice big breath in. And full big breath out. And then bring yourself back to center. So you can take those lateral lunges again, or option here to turn out through both of your feet and bend into your right knee for a turned out lunge. And then bring your hips as low as you're able. So again, you can be in a parallel position and take that same lunge that we just took, or you can move into this turned out position. Take about 3 or 4 breaths, whichever choice you've taken. Nice big breath in and full big breath out. And then slowly switch, crawl yourself over towards your left foot, bend into your left knee, walk your hands out long in front of you. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Feel that length all along your right leg. Take just a couple more breaths for yourself here. Nice big breath in, full big breath out. And then slowly move back to center. Come to a turned out position if you're not already there. So you're in this second turned out position, and then bring your elbows to rest on your knees or your thighs. And just take a few moments here. Let your hips be nice and heavy. You can let your body hang over. You can take an easy shift from side to side. And then slowly come all the way down to sit. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. You can bring your hands to rest on your ankles or your calves. Sit up nice and tall, and then when you're ready, release yourself over your feet. You can crawl your hands out long in front of you, drop your head down towards your feet. Breathe into this length that you're creating. Your fingertips pull away from your hips. Take a nice full big breath in and and a full big breath out. Keep these slow and controlled breaths moving. And now start to walk your hands in and roll yourself up to sit. Come into a cross-legged seated position. Bring your hands to rest on your knees or your thighs. Allow your eyes to close or find a soft gaze. And give yourself a few moments here just to be with your body, be with your breath. Notice if you feel any shifts, maybe physically, or maybe mentally. Take a few more moments of silence here for yourself. Thank you for joining us. And that's your flow.